What's up, everybody? Welcome to Tsp Wagers. I'm your host, Jordan. Stacks on Stacks on Stacks. Lads, here with my man, Mr. Big Ballin' Ben Larson. What's going on tonight, Ben?
Not much, man. Enjoying this Wednesday. Good California weather out here and loving life. Had some good hockey bets today. Had some good basketball bets. Just came in late, but I'll take it. I'll definitely take it. How you doing?
Good, man. I'll do a lot better if Wyoming covers 2 points here.
There we go. There we go. You and your college hoops, man.
Yeah, but nonetheless, a phenomenal day of college hoops. I hit DePaul, hit St. John's. It's been a great day. Hit every college every college hoops bet I made today, except for Wyoming. So that's gonna be a little tough. And the Bucks won, dude. They beat the Miami Heat. So life is good over here, Ben. Life is good. It's gonna be even better tomorrow when we get some winners, and we're gonna break down 2 winners. So if you're new to the show, Ben and I spend this time to break down one NHL game, one NBA game, and we get some best bets out of those games, whether it's prop bets, line bets, over-unders. So stay locked with us. And, of course, we are being brought to you by Tavour. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. So speaking of beer, Ben, are you sipping on anything tonight?
I am. I'm going with the Elysian Skullrock, which is a Nordic style pale ale.
I like
so this is the second or third time I'm drinking this. Got a 6-pack of it, and I'm absolutely loving it. So they use the Kvike hops in it. So it's a little sour, a little more soury, I guess, for a pale ale, and I'm really liking it. Usually with the Elysian, we get the space dust out here. So when I saw this one, I had to get it. And of course, awesome bottle art here.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
Like that.
And coming in at 4.9%. So I can drink a lot of these if
Luchador,
I want.
Right? That's like a Luchador mask?
Yeah, it kind of looks like that. It's going to be Nordic. It's going to be,
Viking.
kind of Viking. Yeah, not necessarily Luchador there, but similar. Very similar. What are you sipping on?
I am sipping on a 702 pale ale from Tenaya Creek. Speaking of Vikings, though, have you seen that new Viking show on Netflix?
Which one?
It's like supposedly the sequel to that show Vikings or whatever that used to be on History Channel.
No, I didn't even know it was coming out. Definitely got to check that out,
dude. It's actually pretty good. I'm like 3 episodes in, and I've never seen the original show. By the way, I've never seen Vikings, so I don't even know. But I'm over here, watching
enjoying the second part,
or the sequel.
Okay,
it's pretty interesting. But let's hop into these games for tomorrow.
Let's go, y'all!
So we're gonna start it off with NHL. Ben, we got the Boston Bruins, who are 32, 18, and 4 on the year. They are heading into T-Mobile Arena in my current residence of Las Vegas, Nevada, to face the Golden Knights. Right now, Boston, you're getting even money back, so lay 100, win 100, and the Golden Knights slight favorite, minus 120, so lay $120 to get 100. Over under is at 5.5 right now. So what's your thoughts on this game? Because you're the hockey guy. Boston coming off a loss too.
Yeah, Boston is coming off a loss, but it's their only loss in their last 5 after absolutely destroying the Los Angeles Kings there. 7-0 in that game. It was brutal. And then a couple games before, they went 5-1 against Colorado. So I like Boston here actually as the dog. I think with plus 100 odds, you've got some great money making ability here, and a big part of that is because Vegas, yes, big strong Vegas, but they're banged up right now. You've got Max Pack out, Alex Martinez, Mark Stone, Jan Mark, Nolan Patrick, Bischoff. So the hits keep coming for Vegas, and I think that's going to be a big aspect of this game, because if you look at the goaltending, it's pretty similar here. With Lehner and Ullmark here, both sitting at kind of about 2.8, 2.81 against with the goals against average, and then the save percentage sitting at 0.908 and 0.907 here. So goaltending is not going to be what wins this game in my eyes, just because they're so similar, and that kind of just pushes me to look at you know your you know your players that you're putting out there. And we've also got Jonathan Marchessault, who's day to day, he could be out. Dylan Coughlin, day to day. William Carnier, or Carrier, excuse me, for Vegas. And that's just, it just adds up. And even with these guys who are day to day, I think it just kind of comes in as this, you're not going to be out there full 100% going for your 20 minutes or so that they're going to be playing. So I think that's gonna cause some issues with Vegas here. So money line, I like Boston at that plus 100. Great value.
Yeah, well, an interesting thing when I was looking at this game is that Vegas is like middle of the pack in both goals against and goals for. Like
Yeah.
they're not a great scoring team and they're not a great defensive team. They're just kind of like there and they're in the middle. And a lot of it does have to do with like the fact that they have been basically undermanned throughout the entire season. But I mean, it is what it is. I mean, in their last 10 games, they only scored over 4 goals one time.
Yeah.
They only scored 4 goals or more 3 times, and two of those games were against San Jose, Edmonton, and then the third one against Buffalo. And Buffalo is like one of the worst teams in the league.
Yeah.
So I mean, this is a team that's not scoring a lot of goals. And Boston's top 5 in goals against. Like they're a team that is a good defensive team. That's where they leave their mark. 16th in goals scored, so they're not a team that scores a ton either. Aside from the game against the Kings and the game against the Avalanche, they haven't scored a ton of goals in their last 10 games.
Yeah.
So with that being
Well,
said,
I think a big.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. And just kind of add on that, I think you can look at power play percentage too. That's a big difference in a kicker in this game. Again, for me, looking at Boston's almost at 24.5% compared to Vegas, who's at 18.4%. So, that 7% almost is big in hockey. So when you're on the power play a lot, which Vegas usually gives up a lot of penalties here, you got to look at the percentages there. And again, Boston's just kind of pushing that.
Vegas 21st in power play percentage, and then they are 15th in penalty kill.
Yeah.
Boston is in penalty kill. They're like one of the better teams.
10th, I want to say. 81.6% in the penalty kill.
81. That's actually not good, dude. They're 23rd.
I mean, you just told me that Vegas was 13th, and they're at 80.1%.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're 23rd in the league. But power play percentage, like on offense, the Boston Bruins are. Dang, where are they? I lost them.
24.4.
They're 10th.
Okay.
Vegas 14th.
Yeah.
So pretty similar power play kill teams, I would say. I think my bet that I like in this one really is the under 5.5 goals.
Yeah.
I know that's not a lot of goals, but neither of these teams have a ton of games going over 5.5.
Yeah.
Boston's gone under 6 of their last 9 games, and Vegas has gone under 5 of their last 6 games.
Yep.
So we're talking teams that aren't scoring a lot. So of course tomorrow they'll probably score 10 goals combined, because that's just how this goes. But I mean, smart money would take the under there.
Yeah. And if you look at let's see, the last 2 games that they played, January 1st, 2020, which is unfortunately a ways ago, that was a 5-goal game. And then the last time that they played was December 14th, and it was a 5-goal game. So they don't necessarily put up a lot of points on each other. So I like the under there. What do you think about the puck line here? Plus 1.5, minus 1.5. It's going to be difficult. Plus 1.5 is minus 260 to Boston.
I mean, there's just not a ton of value there. Like,
yeah,
if you're confident enough to like parlay it with something else, I guess that could work. I just don't think there's enough value there to even play it. Like if I was gonna play a puck line, I would take Vegas if I thought that was a possibility, but I don't. So I
Yeah,
probably would
minus
just.
1.5 plus 220.
I think the best value, if we're talking value here, is probably Boston money line plus getting
Yeah.
even money back. I think that's a good one. Away, Boston 16-8-3 on the year. Um, and they've been playing really well in their last 10 games, dude. 6-3-1 straight up. So I think you
Yeah.
got to take the hotter team, and you said it, dude. Like Vegas is banged up. They're also 5-5 in their last 10 games. Like they're not playing great hockey right now.
Yep.
So and that includes a loss against the Coyotes. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Huge loss against Coyotes. Yep.
that's bad. So I mean, I think it's like it's just no brainer right here. Like you got to take Boston,
Yeah.
right?
And I think so as well. To be honest, I was looking when we first started looking at this game. I was kind of wondering why Boston is
Well, it's probably
the
gonna flip fast because if people are thinking like we are, then they're gonna put money on. They're gonna take that line like right away,
yeah.
and the books are
And
going
neither
to
of these
adjust.
two played yesterday or today.
Yeah, so neither
So
coming off a back to back.
yeah.
Nice.
Let's go, y'all.
All right, let's move into our NBA game of the night. We're going to talk about the Golden State Warriors. They're heading into American Airlines Center to face the Dallas Mavericks. Golden State right now 43-19, 30-28-4 against the spread. Dallas 37-25, but they are 35-26-1 against the spread. Right now, Golden State slight favorite, minus 2.5 points. Dallas plus 2.5. And the over-under is 219 points. Crazy.
Take this one from the get-go because I want to pull something up really quick.
All right. I mean, first off, right off the bat, I look at that 219 number and I'm like, okay, that looks like a game that we should be looking at the under because Dallas has been going under all season long. Like they're 21-39-2 hitting the over. So they're hitting the under 60% plus part of the time, dude. Like they're hitting unders significantly. And at home they're 7-23-1 for hitting the over. So they're hitting the under 23 out of 30 times. That's crazy. 23 out of 31 times. Dallas is a little banged up. Tim Hardaway Jr. is out indefinitely. Trey Burke is questionable. Marquise Chris is downgraded to out. But they've kind of been battling through this all season. Like this team is just next man up mentality. And one thing that hasn't skipped a beat for them is their defense. As far as Golden State, Draymond Green's still out. Klay Thompson's probable. Iguodala is questionable Thursday. James Wiseman's still out. But Golden State, dude, I mentioned this on Taproom. Like they're not playing good basketball right now. They're 4-6 in their last 10. And Steph, like, call it what you want to call it, a decline or a huge slump, dude. I mean, this guy's been slumping for months.
Yeah.
And that's been the biggest thing. Golden State 1-7 in their last 8 games against the spread. 1-4 straight up. They're 3-10 against the spread in their last 13 games against Dallas. 2-8 straight up in their last 10 games against Dallas. So, all these numbers significantly put me towards Dallas, but especially the under, Ben.
Yeah, I'd like the under there, especially because last week we saw this go 208. So 11-point swing there. Now the thing that does get me is that we had Golden State up by 14-15 at half in that game, and then Dallas just came back and the Warriors went ice cold. And I'm wondering, are the Warriors going to go ice cold again in the second half like they did?
Well, I mean, part of that ice coldness was because of Dallas's defense. So, like, they were playing defensively very great. It wasn't like, obviously, the Warriors, they went on a stretch where they missed 11 straight shots, and that's that's tough.
It was
to
a
come back
19-point deficit going into the fourth. They only scored 13 points in the fourth, and I don't see that happening again.
I mean, it could, but I mean, Dallas has been doing this to everybody this year, dude. Like they continuously hold teams under 105 points. Like they're second in the league in points allowed. They're 8th in the league in opponent field goal percentage. They're 4th in the league in opponent 3-point percentage. So, I mean, like, this is a team that's been doing this, like, you know, what are we, like 64 games in now? I mean, at this point, we know what Dallas is. They're going to play defense. That's the one thing we can count on. In a team with Luka, I can't believe I'm actually saying that, because you wouldn't think that's their specialty, but it is. And, you know, Golden State, they're a good defensive team too. Like, you know, they're one of the better defensive teams. They're 4th overall in the league in defense, only allowing 104 points, and they're 2nd overall in opponent field goal percentage. So, I mean, these are 2 top 5 defenses going head to head. So, and you're giving me 219 points. Like, I think that's a fair number to go under. The only thing I will say is that, like, we've been seeing since the All-Star break, really, you know, teams have just been scoring like crazy, which does kind of worry me. But neither of these teams really have been, other than that 132 game at Portland.
Yeah. All right.
So I like Dallas plus the 2.5 at home. I think that's great value, and then I really like the under here.
Okay.
I don't think Dallas should be an underdog at home, especially the way Golden State's playing right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch that. I think that I just don't think that we're gonna see the performance like we did last week against Dallas, and the Warriors will come back and take this one. I think that was a pretty disgusting loss, and I think that's going to show the emotion that we're going to have here in this game, because it was bad. And you've got a couple guys who are probable. Iguodala is probable. Thompson upgraded to probable, and Moody is questionable but probable there. So I think we can. You'll have a lot more players, offensively minded players, coming back into the game for Golden State here. So I think I'm going to go Golden State. Again, just because of emotion in this game. When you're up by 21-19 in the fourth quarter, I don't think we'll see another drop like that. If there is, there's going to be, heads rolling.
Yeah, I mean, Golden State not playing good basketball right now, Ben.
Yeah, but it's not a consistent bad basketball.
Well, I mean, they've lost 6 of their last 10 games.
And their
only wins are against
the only
Portland.
Bad loss though was to Utah.
Yeah, but
Dallas, because
their only wins are against Portland, the Lakers, OKC, and San Antonio, and those are 4 of the worst teams in the league.
Sacramento,
sorry. Again, they're 4 of the worst teams in the league, and then their losses: Minnesota, playoff team; Dallas, playoff team; Denver, playoff team; Clippers, not, they're borderline. They've been playing better of late though. And then the Knicks, who stink, and then Utah, playoff team. So I mean, they're losing to good teams. Dallas is a good team.
Yeah, and
they're at home, and they're being disrespected by being underdogs. Give me that 2.5. All right, let's rewind it. Let's recap. So, Ben, what's your 1 pint bet of the night?
1 pint bet of the night is going to be, because of the value on this, minus 145, I'm going to go Golden State money line as my 1 pint.
Ooh. All right, my 1 pint bet of the night is going to be Dallas Golden State under 219 points.
Okay, that's going to be my 2 pint bet of the night, is Dallas Golden State under 219.
My 2 pint bet of the night is going to be Dallas plus 2.5.
Okay.
And then what's your 1 pint? I mean, your 3 pint bet of the night.
3 pint bet is going to be Boston money line plus 100 for the hockey game.
My 3 pint bet of the night is also going to be Boston money line plus 100.
Too good a value. Good a value there.
Way too good a value, man. Way too good a value. Just easy pickings right there, I think. Like it. All right, there we go. That's
4 bets.
4 bets. Like 4 different bets. Ben's got Golden State money line. I got Dallas plus 2.5. So we could both hit those. You know,
Yep.
Golden State could still win, and Dallas could still cover 2.5.
There we go.
Like it. Make sure to go to Tavour.com or download the Tavour app straight to your mobile device and use promo code TAPROOM for $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. Craft beer delivered straight to your front door. It's that easy. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Taproom Sports Podcast. You can catch us www.taproomsportspodcast.com. Follow me on Twitter at Jordan Rules TSP. You can follow the podcast at Taproom_sports.
Sure.
We will be back. I'll be back tomorrow night doing APR with Eddie. We got a big announcement about APR coming up too. And then catch us on Monday morning or Sunday night live for Taproom Sports Podcast. Ben and I will be reviewing 2 craft beers. We'll be talking the weekend sports. Got a lot to talk about. This week, especially in the MLB realm. So you definitely want to check that shit out. Make sure to catch In the Game. Download it. I had Daniel Lopez from the Diamond Talk podcast on, and my guy Patrick Madden from the Big East blog. So we deep dive some NCAA hoops. Shit was great. March Madness coming up. Ben and I are going to be doing a live show from Tenaya Creek.
Yep.
The day the brackets drop, man. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing a special NCAA tournament thing too. But I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. I'm done talking. For Mr. Big Ball and Ben Larson, I'm Jordan Stacks on Stacks Lats. We'll catch y'all later. But now I get the hottest side. How I feel about you